Exclusive television interview with Lateline, former Thai Prime Minister Taksin Shinawatra has denied his scheming to return to lead the country. Instead, he insists that he's fully behind his younger sister, Yingluck, who's been installed to lead the opposition in the landmark election on the 3rd of July. Dr Taksin says he hopes to return to Thailand before the end of this year, but his role will be to help unify, not divide, the politically troubled country. He gave his first interview for international television in a number of years to our Southeast Asia correspondent Zoe Daniel.
This is home for Taksin Shinawatra. He's been back to Thailand only once since he was ousted in a military coup almost 5 years ago. Now he's in self-imposed exile to avoid a 2-year jail term for a conflict of interest conviction that he claims was politically manipulated. In a rare television interview, we joined him at his luxury home in a gated community in Dubai. Here, in between golf and his multi-million-dollar business empire, he's playing the role of remote advisor to Thailand's main opposition party, Pheu Thai, now led by his sister, ahead of a landmark election in a month's time. Thailand is still recovering from deadly anti-government protests last year that left more than 90 people dead. The election represents a crossroads amid still simmering anger about the ousting of Taksin and the subsequent banning of his political party. He argues that only a fair political process can bring reconciliation. Yet he's a divisive figure, loved by his largely working-class supporters, hated by opponents who accuse him of corruption, nepotism and lack of respect for the rule of law. Dr Taksin, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
How confident are you that the opposition will win the election?
Well, according to the polls of many institutions, and also including our internal poll, we are confident that we are winning.
You're confident that Pheu Thai will win outright and be able to govern?
More likely. We will win outright.
The party's slogan is, in English, Taksin thinks, Pheu Thai acts. So are you, in fact, the de facto opposition leader from outside the country?
Well, I may influence in terms of the ideas and thinking because I have more experience than others. And then I just want to see them success. And I just share my experience as former Prime Minister and experience of running around the whole world.
So is it fair to say, though, that a vote for Pheu Thai is a vote for, if not you, your policies, your attitudes?
I think it's vote for policy. Most of the people now is vote for policy.
Your sister Yingluck is leading the party. How is she qualified to be leader?
Well, you know, she's 44 years old and she has master's degree from US. And she's been working from small officers until the CEO of AIS, which is an organization with more than 10,000 employees and about $5 billion turnover, $5 billion US dollars turnover. She's been passing through a lot of experiences, even though she's a lady. But the lady is good without political baggage. It's good for leading reconciliation. Yet
she has no actual experience as a politician. To go from no political experience to Prime Minister, that's a big jump.
Well, even myself, I don't have much experience in politics when I jumped to Prime Minister. And she been observed politics through my father as a former MP and through myself as a Prime Minister. And even though she worked in the business part, and she represents me.
Well, in fact, you've been quoted as describing her as your clone. What do you mean by that?
Well, she my youngest sister. She worked for me from the beginning. So I teach her, I train her. The working habit style is really exactly like me.
But in describing her as a clone, are you saying that she's your puppet? That she's doing what you tell her to do?
No. Clone is mean that the same culture, the same background, the same ideas, the same attitude, the same thinking.
One of the key planks of the Red Shirt campaign has been for democracy, obviously. How is it democratic to appoint your sister to head the party and potentially become Prime Minister?
No. We looking for the people that can lead the parties. And then she is one of the choice. Before her, we trying to recruit someone outside the parties, but they scared to come because of the rumors about disband the parties again. You know, when you win, you will not be able to form the government. That's the rumors keep spreading. So somebody else from the outsider feel scared to come in.
If there was one criticism during your prime ministership, that too much of it was about you, your businesses, your family, does this follow that train of thought?
No, it's not that true. They just allege. They're trying to bring here and there. We are big family. Shinawatra alone, 170 some people. Even if I were to be able to put them there, I don't put my sister at that time as the minister during my prime ministership. I didn't do it. There is no Shinawatra in the same cabinet member, which I can do it, but I don't do it.
There's been some discussion in the Thai newspapers about whether you actually want her to be Prime Minister. This has been a point of debate over the last few days. Can we get this clear? Do you want her to be Prime Minister or not?
Now, confirm that I'm supporting her as a Prime Minister.
She's made it clear that an amnesty for those on political charges is a priority for the opposition. Is that about you?
Reconciliation is the priority, not the amnesty. Reconciliation, amnesty may be part of it, but not all.
But one spin-off of that is that you would receive amnesty for the charges against you.
Well,
is it partly about you and not about the reconciliation?
No, it's not. Please just don't care about me that much.
But people do.
Well, let's bring back the unity for the country first. If in the process of bring back unity of the country, I'm part of it, then I might benefit of part of it, but I don't care much because I'm quite settled outside. You know, but I just want things to move forward. I want to see the country unity. And now I'm doing a lot of business outside Thailand because I'm hyperactive. I cannot sit idle and do nothing. So I do a lot of minings in Africa. So
You've got enough to do, huh?
I got enough to do. And you know, when my sister, youngest sister, become Prime Minister, why I want to go back as a Prime Minister again?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you've said, have you not, that you will come back at the end of the year. Is that right?
Well, you know, that is my wish. I wish to pay respect and wish His Majesty on his 84th birthday, 7th cycle. That is very meaningful. But if I can do it, if not, it's fine.
And are you saying that you would like to come back just to visit then, or you'd like to come back permanently at the end of the year?
Well, it depends on the situation in Thailand. If I can do business, I can base from anywhere in the world, including here in Dubai especially, which is, I like it. It's centrally located. People here are nice. But if I can go back to Thailand, I just only visit or just permanently. It depends on the situation.
So if you came back permanently, what would you see your role being?
I still want to be lecturers. That's my dream. Playing golf, giving guidance for my children for their business endeavor. If that's what I really want to.
Is becoming Prime Minister again not on the table?
My youngest sister is already there. Mm-hmm. So no need for me to go back as a Prime Minister.
Well, unless she made space for you later.
No, even that.
So never would you come back and be Prime Minister again?
If it's not extremely necessary for me, for the benefit of the country. If not, I will not go.
Why would it be necessary for you?
If the country need me because of some situation that I can be the solution, I will. If not, please, I don't want to.
Would it be better for you just to go away and keep quiet? Because in a way, you're what's causing some of that division. You're such a figure for people.
You have to trace back what is the cause of the division. They want to topple me undemocratically.
You are the figurehead of the protest movement, the red shirt movement.
Yes.
Therefore, you are creating a love-hate situation in Thailand.
You have to be fair.
But that's what's happened.
You have to be fair that the double standard of enforcing law is there. The people, they hate injustice. They hate undemocratic way of handle the situation. They don't like coup d'etat. That is not good for the country. They should stop that kind of behavior. And then if you allow free and fair election, let the government form according to the parliamentary system. That, I think, it will be pave the way for reconciliation and for unity. That is what Thailand needed.
Dr. Taksin, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.